Welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at the Devourer boss fight and all the mechanics you need to know to understand to be able to beat the boss quite easily. I did this on the first time because for some reason, well, I'm not very good at reading mechanics. For some reason I just read them really easily on this fight, and it's a very chaotic fight, to be fair. So let's get into it now. First and foremost, the Devourer will just pop up out of the floor and start attacking. So when he launches out and you start the fight, don't be too close to him. But one of the main mechanics of this boss is that he will keep moving around. He'll burrow underground and go somewhere else. Every time he does this, you'll see like a red marker on the floor of where he's going to, and when he's about to jump from the floor, you can also see a marker on the floor. So it's fairly easy to keep a track of where he's going at the start of the fight. Towards the end of the fight, you'll start to see his body become visible through two of the holes, like a worm going through all the holes, and eventually towards later on in the fight, his tail will come out and start attacking you. When the tail comes out and starts attacking you, I believe there's probably a mechanic where if you do damage to that tail, you will do more damage to the boss. However, I would suggest just staying away from the tail because it's got incredible range, it's fast, and it does a lot of damage. So just stay away from the tail. Your character will shout, "The tail!" Just stay away from it as best you can. Now, for the boss himself, he's got a multitude of attacks. He's got range attacks, he's got close attacks. You just need to remember where you are in the arena to be able to fight back. When you're close, he will do a move basically that just slams down on the floor in front of him. I was using my frozen locust on the monk build to drop it down in front of him because I knew he would slam down onto me and he would take damage from my attack. That also gave me the chance to get out as well. Some of the moves he'll do is he'll throw little blood fireballs at you, or just little red fireballs. They're fairly easy to dodge. It's just that if you're in the mix of all the chaos and you don't see them coming, they can do some damage. But it's its ranged attack. It's fine, it's not too bad, and to deal with it you just basically got to keep moving, keep rolling, getting close, do some hits, get it to move on to the next hole, and it will start doing other attacks. During this fight, he will occasionally spawn a lot of larvae that come and attack you. You need to take these out as quick as possible because even though they're little and they're weak and they don't do much damage, you keep spawning them and they just get on top of you and they just really get in your way, especially when you're trying to escape the boss attacks. They get surrounded on top of you. So as soon as you see them, kill them, otherwise they're going to block your paths and just cause a lot of problems that don't need to be there. And you can kill them fairly easily. They're quite weak. Now the boss basically has big damage when it comes to the poison attacks. The poison attacks are devastating. Not only did they hit you for over half your health, you instantly start to burn down in health straight away. So it's something you need to dodge and run out the way of. And at first when I was fighting this fight, I didn't realize the mechanic and how to hide from it. So there's two poison attacks. The boss will come up out of the floor and start to glow green. At this point, you run away as far as you can, because if you are close to the boss and it does the one straight on top of you, you can pretty much die in a couple of seconds. However, it doesn't really tell you, or at least I haven't seen an indication of which move it will do, the close range one or the long range one. Either or, you need to be as far away from the boss as possible, and you need to use the boss's body to defend yourself. So as soon as the boss pops up and starts glowing green, you need to run and hide behind one of its body parts, because even if it does the close range one, you're far enough away anyway, but if it spits at you across the map, it hits its own body. I don't think it does any damage, but that protects you from being hit by it. So you want to get as far away as possible, as quick as possible whenever you see the boss glow green. Because you're relatively low level, it's going to be a bit of a longer fight than most of the fights you probably already have. It's a fight, it's basically a war of attrition, who can stay focused the longer, the enemy AI or you. So what I was doing was basically running in, getting a couple of hits and running out. Couple of hits and just slowly but surely bring down the boss, because then you get into a rhythm, you understand the attacks. If you're going in there just trying to melee like crazy and dodge around the boss, it can work, but you'll also just be at risk of taking very imminent dangerous amounts of damage, and you will, you know, struggle to fight the boss over the period of time of the actual fight. But honestly, great fight in my opinion. One of the first bosses in the game. I enjoyed it a lot. I felt it really challenging, but it really made me think about my battle tactics during the fight and adapting to it, because there are so many different mechanics that happen randomly, seemingly randomly. You just have to basically watch for where the boss is moving. That's the main mechanic. He'll move around the room, and if you're too busy focusing on the lava or the tail, you will get caught up in not realizing where the boss is and how close you are to the boss. It's just about remembering the distance to fight at. And that's it really, just a quick little video with some tactics, and I hope it helped. Other classes, you know, I can't tell you what to do because I don't know what your abilities are, but I feel like it's probably the same kind of tactics in terms of getting as close as you can to do damage, getting out of there very quickly, or if you're ranged, you can just stand at range and fire, but you need to watch out for the pellets of blood orbs that he fires at you, or the poison attack. Just remember to try and be as close to the body parts as possible to hide behind them. Let me know if it helped. Thank you for watching our minis, and how you guys have been awesome.